So we're trying the sticky ribs. So it's their mac and cheese. It's topped with some sticky pulled pork. It's got chili. It's got some spring onions. It's topped with Parmesan, apparently extra Parmesan, and garlic breadcrumbs.
And we should say that here in the UK, when we say it's topped with chili, it's not like, chili con carne. It's like red chili flakes.
Yes, chili flakes.
All right.
So I'm super excited. Every single thing that was on their menu we wanted to order. So we actually asked the guy what we should get, and he said, oh, the rib. So we're getting this. Oh my gosh. Y'all know I love cheese, and this is just all cheese. I'm so happy right now. Oh my gosh. This looks nuclear. I might die.
Don't burn your tongue. We have a lot of food to eat today.
Okay, that'll be fine. Oh wow. Okay, so just the cheese on its own is really creamy and rich, but it's not overwhelmingly like bam savory. I feel like the cheese combination they put together will complement anything that you get as far as the toppings they've listed. I really like that the pulled pork is really sweet. Like not sugary sweet, but it's got so much of that kind of nice mapley brown sugar goodness going on that it contrasts the savory. And I got a little bit of green onion in there as well, and that bit of acid just kind of cut through. So they all complement each other. The garlic just kind of smooths it out really nicely, and extra Parmesan is just more cheese. So, I mean, that's good. That's delightful. Highly recommend.
Let's see what we got here. I'm going to go for a big bite because I'm feeling ambitious. Wow.
It's just all cheese.
Wow. That is incredible. When it first hit my mouth, the sweetness of the pulled pork came through right away, and I wasn't sure how that was going to work with kind of the creamy, savory. I almost said mashed potatoes, mac and cheese. But wow, everything pairs really well together, and whatever the seasonings they use on the short rib, plus the spring onion, gives it kind of almost like an Asian barbecue quality, which really goes well with the mac and cheese itself. This is really good. I'm glad we're splitting it because I would want to eat the whole thing myself, but I would hurt myself.
Look at that melt.
Oh.
That is sexy.
Absolutely brilliant. So I'm going to give this a try myself, see how it is.
Got sauce all over your face.
Sign of good food. Wow. So first things first, the slow cooked beef, the ropa beef, is so tender. It's got a really deep, rich, savory flavor with just like a very gentle heat. I wouldn't hand this to someone and say, careful, it's spicy. It just kind of warms your tongue a little bit.
Tingly.
Yeah. The pickled onions don't even register as pickled onions. They just add a layer of savoriness. Same with the peppers, the grilled peppers. I'm getting more of a of a texture than an overwhelming presence of the taste, although you can still pick them up. And the sauce is really, really bright, but also has just a little bit of heat to it. And as mentioned before, the bread is perfectly pressed. It hasn't been pressed into oblivion. It still has crisp on the outside, but some fluff and some chew on the inside. This is a really, really great sandwich. Look at the size of these olives. This is crazy. I'm so excited. For scale, these are enormous.
Would you like to try first?
Yeah, so this is just a simple red sweet vermouth. It looks like I've got a slice of orange and a couple of green olives in there as well. Smells lovely. It's really nice. It's funny that people are so weird about vermouth, especially in the States. You know, if you order a martini, you want it extra dry and you don't want hardly any vermouth in it. And there's so many weird hang-ups about that. But I quite like vermouth, and vermouth just on its own in a glass is really lovely and refreshing. Kind of opens up the palate a little bit after the very rich lunch that we just had. This is really good.
Want to try the white next?
Oh, sure. If you insist.
I do.
White vermouth, usually a drier vermouth. At least the way we normally think of it in the States. That is not at all like the white vermouths or the dry vermouths that I've had in the States. That is very flavorful, very fruity, kind of rich, actually. That is really delightful. You're gonna like this.
All right, so I'm gonna try the white vermouth first. It's got a lot of like honeydew in the nose.
Right?
That is beautiful. That is absolutely beautiful. And having the orange and the olives inside, that kind of vinegar actually brings out the sweet in the vermouth a lot more, because I can taste the olive, I can taste the orange, but it doesn't take over the flavor. It just kind of boosts the vermouth flavor. So we're gonna go for the red. Much sweeter, more cherry notes. Really excellent. Just amazing. Again, I never would have thought to put olive and orange in it, but that citrus, that acid, that vinegar.
A little bit of brininess.
Yeah, it brings out the subtleties. We're gonna make the comparison to gin. When you have just gin on its own, it can have a nice flavor, and you might get botanical or citrus or whatever, but then you pair it with something and you go, oh yeah, this gin has citrus notes, or the citrus brings out the botanical notes. So I like that having two kind of opposing flavors in what it's paired with kind of brings out all the other layers of the vermouth. It's pleasantly complex.
decided to come up to the top of Newcastle's Old Castle and have our lunch up here. It's a little bit on the windy side. And you may hear a little bit of that flag accompaniment, but this is the sandwich that we got from Snackwala, and this is their Mumbai sandwich, accompanied by the sound of the bells of the cathedral. So that looks really good. I'm guessing that had we had it when it was straight off of the grill, this would have been quite, oh, it is still quite crisp, but probably even crisper. So let's have a bite and see what we have here.
And it's a very happy face.
That's really good. I get quite a bit of coriander or cilantro right up front. There's some diced onion in there that's coming through nicely. They have it in a bit of a sauce that looks a lot like HP brown sauce, although I don't think it is. But it's extremely good. The potatoes are nice and soft. The bread, I think, might actually be rye bread, because I'm picking up a little bit of rye as well. But it's very, very good.
We tried Acropolis and we got their halloumi wrap. I love halloumi. And
We both love halloumi.
We both love halloumi, but I love halloumi. Halloumi and I have a very special relationship. This came with fries and onions and magic and cheese and tzatziki and just, oh my god. Oh, this is huge. Oh my god. How am I gonna do this?
I mean, they did give us a fork. I know, that's for quitters, right? I believe in you.
Alright. We'll see what we can make happen here. This might be really messy.
Happy with that, are you?
There's nothing fancy about this. It's halloumi, or tzatziki. We got some lettuce, some cucumber, some tomato, some onions, and fries with what I could basically call Lowry's seasoning on them. Totally simple ingredients, but simple ingredients done well can be a masterpiece. And this is delightful. It's just very comforting. This is going to be very filling. The pita's really nice. It's got a little bit of crisp on the outside, soft on the inside. So this is just a delight. I'm gonna enjoy eating this.
And they do bill themselves as authentic Greek street food. So, you know, the fact that it's a little more down home is right on character.
That's what you hope for.
Yeah.
Yeah. this fish shack.
And this is one of the places that we have been literally dreaming of and talking about since the last time we were here, which was
8 years ago?
It was 8 years ago.
Yeah.
I had crab cakes that changed my life. I'm not generally a fish cakes, crab cakes kind of person, but our dear friends Neil and Elise, who live just up the cliff from this fish shack, we were staying with them, and they said, "You've got to try this place." And they brought us here, and it was absolutely extraordinary.
I had the best fish tacos of my life.
And where are you from?
I'm from California, the land of the fish tacos. I'm from
true.
Southern California, the land of the fish tacos.
Yeah.
And I didn't expect to have my best fish taco in North Finland.
Yeah.
But I did. And I have dreamt of this fish taco for 8 years.
And if there were such a thing as smell-o-vision, I wish that you all could smell this place. It's the scent of a wood fire, so there's that woody smoke, but there's also the incredible smells coming out of the kitchen, which is, as you can see, directly
Gentle
behind us.
meat char.
Yeah, so just very excited about this.
2 kale, 1 quart.
So I got the slow granny, which is slow gin, Campari, Vermouth, and thyme.
Excellent.
It's heavy on the Campari, very smooth, and a lot of thyme comes through. The Vermouth is just kind of a smoother, but not a very prominent flavor.
Fair enough. And I got something called the Fisherman Pete, which is a spiced rum, apple
lemon.
and lemon and blackberry. And it is... That is honestly one of the better cocktails that I've had in quite a while. It's way better balanced than I was expecting. And I'm not generally a spiced rum kind of person. Things like Kraken and Captain Morgan's and things like that don't generally do much for me. But this...
It tastes like
very
it's
good.
entirely made of Cointreau, which
Yeah,
is weird.
and yet there's still quite a bit of spice involved,
There's
which
no
makes me
Cointreau in
happy.
your drink, but it tastes like it's entirely made of
Right.
Cointreau.
Round them up, get them all on.
All right, what are you going for first?
I'm gonna try the barbecue squid. It's gonna happen. All right. I'm gonna get all in that sauce.
Barbecue squid with a harissa sauce.
I'm so excited.
Harissa.
Give me the spicy. All right. All right. Here we go.
Yeah? This all right?
I don't know what you're eating, but it's not that. All right. I'm gonna try the potatoes. Ooh,
I remember the
squish the
potatoes
potatoes.
from last time, and they were phenomenal.
They look like they might be molten.
Also magical.
Well seasoned, topped with magic cheese cream.
I think it might be an aioli.
Yes,
Yeah.
topped with magic.
Okay.
We're calling it magic. I'm still feeling the heat from the harissa though, but in the
Wow.
best way. Like it's present, but not burninating, but present. I have no idea which empanada is which. Did he say?
Let's find out.
We have 2 empanadas to choose from. One is chili. Oh, and one is a fish cake. This is probably the fish cake,
Yeah,
and that's
we-
probably the empanada. All right, I'm trying the fish cake. All right. With this highly efficient cutting mechanism made of the sharpest steel,
But it's all...
functional
Sustainable?
and sustainable, and
Love that.
but if I can't poke a little fun, then really, what fun am I having? Ooh, okay, this is a little messy. It's gonna fall apart a bit. Here we go. We're gonna get some aioli on there too, so full flavor experience. All right. Here we go. Okay, so my biggest fear coming here was not that suddenly it's popular and would it be hard to get a table. It was, I have dreamt of this place for 8 years. Can it live up to my memory?
Right. Is it going to be a little bit of a letdown because we've built it up so much over the last 8 years?
Everything has been beautiful. One of the things I like about the first time I had it and now is it's very simple ingredients. 3 things per item, just like a good cocktail. And yet every single flavor shines through, nothing overpowers, and it's just fresh and delicious the whole time.
Well, you only have one more thing to try.
Oh, okay.
But you do have
I was
one
going to
more
let
thing
you
to
try it.
No,
All right.
no. I don't
Oh
have
my.
my own things to say. I'm
Oh my.
sure of it. So this
You've
is the
never had an opinion about food.
empanada.
Woo! Woo! All right, I'm gonna get some of this. We're gonna call it slaw. Not slaw, but we're gonna call it that. We're gonna get some of this greenery on there. Here we go.
Yeah.
What have we got left in the order? We've got the roast like. Is that left to order as well as come in?
I didn't think anything could top these.
Say one and then one more.
That is phenomenal.
Sweet.
Wow. So what I call the slaw is not a slaw. It's kind of like a chopped pickle goodness. It's got some mustard seeds. So it's got a really nice kind of like vinegar aspect to it. And then you've got the chili and the fish and the aioli, and it's just savory and vinegar and meaty and fresh. Oh my goodness. Okay, that's my favorite.
Wow.
So if that's a 12 out of 10, everything else is a 10 out of 10?
Okay, that's fair.
If not an 11, and like a 10.5 and a 10. Everything is excellent. And some are, I need higher rankings because I didn't know this could get better. But it did.
All right, so I'm going to work my way down the line. So this is the empanada that Lauren just had, and let's see what we got. So excited. So excited because it's been 8 years. Whew, my goodness.
Now you're trying the best thing first. It's all downhill from here.
I mean, everybody knows it's a truism.
Don't actually make.
Fresher ingredients make for better food. This entire meal is made from food that is sourced here in the Tynemouth area. The seafood comes from fishermen that go out from Tynemouth into the waters right off the coast, and they bring it back and it gets cooked. It doesn't get any fresher than this. And again, I need to make this very clear. I'm not a huge seafood fan, but this is extraordinarily good food. If you are a seafood lover, this place is going to knock your socks off. If you are not a seafood person, this place will convert you. It's absolutely incredible. So now we're trying the barbecue squid.
I'm super excited for you to try this because you're a self-proclaimed not a squid person.
Yeah, absolutely.
You're self-proclaimed not a crab person, and you loved the crab cakes last time.
I am not particularly interested in what I'm about to put in my face. And I love it. Woo!
Yeah, she's spicy.
Oh yeah, that harissa is warm. All right, so potato time.
Isn't that
Creamy,
beautiful?
fresh. The aioli is amazing. The herbs on top bring everything to life. This is not just your standard cup of potatoes. Amazing. All right, and then finally, the fish cakes, which I have been wanting for 8 years. No big deal, just an 8-year build-up.
Tastes like happy memories.
It is better than I remember, and it was one of the best things I'd ever had in my entire life 8 years ago, and it's better than I remember. Absolutely incredible. Have you ever had one of those meals that's so good that you just wish that it would never end? You just want to keep eating and eating. You wish that you could just spontaneously generate extra stomachs. This is one of those meals. Right. So, what's your name?
I'm Henry.
Henry, and we are here at Riley's Fish Shack, and my beautiful wife and I were here about 8 years ago, and everything was phenomenal. How is it that it's actually better now? What is it about this place?
Better chefs, consistency, time, polishing your craft, I don't know, but everything's done really, really simply, and like, I think the thing that creates the quality of it is the products that we get. Like, it's very, very simply cooked over coal, salt, butter, not a lot to it really, but it's the freshness of it. Like, everything comes from the North Shields Fish Quay, and it's day boat fresh. Like, there's very, very few restaurants that get that quality produce in, and I think that's what makes it so good, more than like any complexity to it. Is it's just a brilliant product.
And it looks like these are pizza ovens, can they?
Yeah, so they function as our like ovens for bread over there, and we do like the roast pan fish in here, but they are essentially pizza ovens. But you just use them in the way that you would a conventional oven. So they run at about like 500 degrees when we're during service.
Yeah.
Right now a little bit less so because we're at the end of the day and stuff, and it's dying down. But it's an oven's an oven really. Like, you could do pizzas in it, but like we use it for fish.
Correct me if I'm wrong. This is like a shipping container.
Yes,
It's two.
Yeah.
It's two sold out together.
But this two sold it together. We started off just with that one, and then that one got added in, and then all of this got extended and added, and it's all the owner Adam. Like, he used to do like fabrications and stuff, and built sets, like play sets and stuff, and so he comes down and just like a little Lego set, like adds bits on and grows and shrinks, and it's a living thing. The shack, like,
It's phenomenal.
but yeah, and before it was even a shipping container, he used to come down that ramp with a bike, and he attached the barbecue to the back of his bike and cycle down every day pulling out mackerel wraps. No, seriously, it's how it started 10 years ago.
Absolutely extraordinary. Thank you so much.
More than welcome, thank you for coming down.